Hi, happy Sunday. I did it again. It happens so quickly in StreamYard that I don't think about it. I just switch the time.
Yeah.
That's what happens if I start it too late. But anyways, luckily, you people know that I'm a liar.
Yeah, James especially. James catches it every time.
James knows.
Thanks for that, James.
So we had a couple ideas for shows, and then I was like, hey, what if Valentine's Day is coming up? Let's talk about romantic reads. And Kristan's like, I can figure that out in an hour. I said, cool. And then instead of me putting together my picks, instead I just like edited little photos of us on Pick Crew.
It's adorable. Very cute.
I couldn't. Okay, are your eyes blue?
They're like hazel.
Okay. Yeah. I went to your pictures, and like you have one, they're either old, most of your pictures, or you have sunglasses on, and so I was like,
yeah, I never update my Facebook at all. So yeah,
but I found like a million cat things. So I was like, all the cat things.
I mean, that works.
I couldn't get quite the swoop, but I worked really hard.
I love it.
And then luckily,
nice.
I just wanted to make it look awkward, and then I figured out too late that you could make them hold books, or else I would have had both of those hold book. But at least you got cat.
I got the cats. I love it. Yeah. Thank you.
So I think it was us. I think it showed us pretty well because I wanted to look like shoujo manga protagonists. It's like
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
I love Pick Crew. I could spend so much time on there. It's so fun.
I've never really messed with it at all. I know. I need to.
They have all these different like avatar generators, and it's like I don't know if you ever played any of those things like online, or like the dress up doll stuff on like web browsers. It feels like that.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
You know, so like I'll do it for D&D during games and stuff too. I'll be like, oh, this is what this character looks like, or this because I have to be doing things.
I love that.
Mary, hello.
Hey,
Mary, you should just jump on. You want to talk about romantic reads? Hi, Mike.
Yeah, Mary. Do you have romantic reads?
Before we talk about some romance reads, we should talk about where you can buy your honey a Valentine's Day present.
Hey.
And stocktrades.com. You can get your books up to 50% off. And if you spend $50 in the US, you get free shipping. And you know what? It's too late to get a book shipped to you for Valentine's Day, but it's not too late to buy the love of your life an IST gift card.
That's what everyone wants, right?
That's love.
What I would want.
Card or chocolates. Just kidding. I would like chocolates. I did buy myself a little one today. They want books.
Who needs flowers though? No.
Yeah.
Books, please.
Man, I see some people on TikTok make these little like book bouquets.
Oh.
They don't bend them or anything, but they make a little book bouquet. I would love that. Are
we talking like the pages?
No.
Oh.
It's like a bunch of wrap books, but the way they do it is like a kind of a bouquet-esque thing, but it's a bunch of books.
Oh, cute. Love that. Yeah.
I've seen people do that with like oh man, what they're called? The Christmas things with the calendars. What are they?
Oh, the Advent calendars?
Advent calendars. They do it like that, but it's like you get two for Christmas, but it's like for the year. So they're wrapped up, so you have one per month.
That's fun.
Isn't that fun?
Love that.
I want that. I wish you lived here because I say it all the time. But I really desperately want to have a party where it's like a blind date book party.
Ooh.
And I want to make it You've Got Mail themed.
Okay.
Everybody brings a book, but you wrap it up in like the paper bag stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like write like a brief description, but not like a real description, kind of like a...
This reminds me of we have a local bookstore in our hometown that they do that, but what they put on the front, they write on the front is a 1-star Amazon review for the book.
Ooh, that's
which
good.
I think is a great idea.
That's
and
good.
It's always really funny and ridiculous, you know?
Yeah, maybe we'll need to plan for you to come visit, and so I'll plan to have like a little shindig at the same time.
Perfect.
Because I like it because everybody brings a book that they like, and then you have like a little, almost like you've played. We always call it Dirty Santa. Other people call it White Elephant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like calling it White Elephant because I feel like people bring dumb stuff on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Sneaky Santa. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
but
Mary's still watching, right? Mary called it something else entirely, and I
Really?
was like, I've never heard of this. Yeah, Mary, what was that?
Drop it in the
Yeah,
chat.
please.
But like, do it like that, where you open up and you're like, oh, but I want to steal this one. I think that's cute.
Yeah, I like that too.
But of course, you've got male themed because it's me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Anyways, we should talk about some lovey books because Valentine's Day is coming up. Yeah. I like Valentine's Day. I always used to make, like, when I was in college, grab bag.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's funny that you're in, like, New England because that is the most Midwestern thing to say. Grab bag.
Grab bag.
It's like people call cornhole bags.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah,
bags.
It's like that's cornhole.
Like, I know they're literally bags, but like it's cornhole.
Oh, I bet people watching are like, "What's cornhole?"
Oh man, Hayden, we got to talk about cornhole. No, we don't. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
there's 2 boards that have a hole in it. You throw like bean bags.
Yeah.
The other one to get in there.
Yep, that's it.
We call it cornhole. I couldn't tell you why.
Yeah, I don't. The holes are probably the shape of a corn cob. Like you could put one in there.
Did people just throw corn cobs?
I don't know. It's a great question.
I
don't know where it came from.
And I'm just like, I don't even know.
I have no idea.
How do farms work?
Where's corn come from? How does it?
Where does it go?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hey, speaking of Valentine's Day, I have this husband who's quite talented. I just need to mention real quick, he's got a new book on Kickstarter right now.
Yes, he does.
If you want to make his Valentine's Day really lovely, you can go back his Kickstarter right now. It's called Summer Vacation. You could just type that in, or you could type his name in, whatever. And I'm sure James, because he's the real MVP, he will throw in a link as well in the chat. Thank you, James. But yeah, check it out. It's really cool.
James.
Yay, graphic novels.
James, I hope he was treating you on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
you're the real MVP.
Truly, every time. Thank you, James.
You're the one thing I can depend on in my life. I can't depend on me.
Yeah, I get it.
On you, James.
Every time, James. You're the best.
We need to make a little James sticker pop out that we put.
Ooh, we should.
Notification thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure that out. I wish we were on Twitch because it'd be easier.
Mm-hmm.
So James enters the chat as a big
Yeah, that's awesome.
When I was young, cornhole meant something entirely different, and it kind of horrifies me to see kids playing in the baseball parking lot. I'm very curious.
Well, I mean, if you think about Beavis and Butthead.
Cornholio?
Yeah.
I never even watched Beavis and Butthead, really. I just know the thing.
Right. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid, which meant I stayed up late with my dad and we watched some of it.
I see. That's what dads do.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, I guess let's get to some picks. Oh, Mark backed the Kickstarter a couple days ago.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Yay.
That's lovely. Love that. Thank you so much.
So, I just made a list of things. I did not grab books. Maybe you did.
I did
downstairs, so I did not grab physically anything. I just have a list.
We'll be able to show both, right? You'll have a verbal list of yeah.
Number 1 for me, the easiest to come to mind, because once you start writing a list about something, you forget anything you've ever read. I wrote Heartstopper because, of course.
Oh, of course.
I assume you grabbed it.
I did grab that because, of course, yes. If anyone doesn't know by now, it is just a lovely love story. And if you did if you did watch the Netflix show and you're like, that's great, you should also read the comic because it's also great.
And I recommend both. Honestly.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It has a great color palette. Yeah, good art, lovely story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're lovely. You must. Love it.
And I love a couple that gets together and then you follow that couple and there's not the breakup with the love triangle and I appreciate they're together. We can chill out.
Yeah.
Oh, should you go? Should I go? We both have the same one.
Well, Yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
Okay.
It counts. Yeah, that's fine. Especially because there are two that I don't have physically here that I didn't
Okay.
grab, and that I don't want to forget. Of course, I have to mention Rogue and Gambit, Mr. and Mrs. X.
Oh, that's a good pick. Because I
Yes.
didn't put any big twos in my list because it was hard for me
Mhm.
to think about.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first one that pops in my mind when
Yeah,
I think about big two stuff. So good. So good.
absolutely. And I love them. And I'm so
Mhm.
glad the comics let them be together because that's my problem with like it's hard for me to think about romance in the big two, except for I guess I should mention right now the like Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, because right now they're together, but also the Eat Bang Kill tour because it is
Mhm.
it's between seasons 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 of Harley Quinn, because they are together and it's them kind of having a little like honeymoon. That I mean was meant for her and Kite Man, but this cute little honeymoon point for them. But yeah, because in most stories couples don't get to be together except for Lois and Clark. We don't get cute Lois and Clark like dating moments as much as like at least lately. It's more of them just being married, which I still love.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh Lore Olympus.
Mm.
Especially now that is in book form. You can actually purchase it
Mhm.
as in physical form now. The hardcovers are beautiful. I am behind because once again, I want to buy new things and not the things I've read, which is bad because I do want to own the things I've read. But there are really beautiful hardcovers for Lore Olympus, and that is a webtoon. It's about Hades and Persephone. Um, and it's a nice like it's a little slower romance at the beginning, but is very cute. There are some darker, so there is some more mature like themes in there because I mean, it makes sense with a Greek god pantheon. Let's just those guys, they got some problems. But really recommend it. Have you read Lore Olympus?
Yeah, we read it together.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Mhm. I mean, I haven't. Like, I'm
We've
not
been
caught up
together
or
so
anything.
long that it's like an old married couple.
I
Like,
get it.
have you
I
just?
get it.
Yes, we went
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally get it. Totally. One I also didn't grab. Kiss number 8. I feel like we
Oh my
have to.
gosh. Okay,
Right?
I still don't own Kiss number 8,
Yeah. Here's the thing. I also still don't
which is
own it.
wild because
I was like, grab
it
it. I
was
don't have it. Yeah.
it's our favorite book of the year,
Oh, I need to
and I
get
still
it.
don't
I
own it.
really need to get it. I also don't own it.
I love that book so much.
Ah, it's so good.
That's one that's in my like my growing Excel sheet list of books that I need to have
Mhm.
on my shelves. Kiss number 8
Yeah.
is like,
I always forget when I make an order somewhere. I'm gonna have to write this down again.
yeah.
Kiss
I
number. I
guess I
need to
keep
own
hoping
it.
I'm just gonna find it.
Yeah,
You know what I
me
mean?
too.
Or I'll be at a
Yeah.
convention, the artist will be there or something. I think
Yeah.
that's part of it. Because there's something to be said. Like buying new books and having it come in gives you that endorphins, but books that I've read that I really loved, I really like being able to associate that purchase from where I found it.
Hmm.
There's same thing with like figures and things, because like I'll remember where I found all of these purchases.
Yeah.
And it makes me
There's
really
a memory
happy.
attached to it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah. Um I hope this is interesting, you guys. I'm not holding any of these. Sunstone by Shep and Sedgwick.
Mm.
Now, this is not your. Some people may not always include this in the romance title because it's erotic. It is a definite 18 plus read. But it is such a genuine, real romance between these two women that I really love reading. I'm a huge fan of Sunstone. I'm a huge fan of Sedgwick's art, obviously. He watches the channel sometimes, which is still pretty cool. But amongst like the kink and everything else is such an accurate lesbian relationship where the two of them just don't know if the other one likes them that way. Amidst like ball gags, all this other stuff, they're like, does she like me though? And it's just so sweet to see both of them kind of like overcome some of their own trauma in their lives and own insecurities and find love with each other and like find their perfect person. Sunstone forever. I love those books.
And you have like the nice hardcovers, yeah.
I do have the nice hardcovers. Although I think maybe they already released it because they were going to release different covers.
Oh yeah, I think those were released.
And I
Yeah.
thought about upgrading to those, but I guess the good thing about this though is that if you have like an unsuspecting person in your library, they wouldn't know right away. Even though I do have Sunstone art up right now, but it's like it's not on the wall, it's on the fireplace, so I can remove it if needed, depending on what family member is over.
Sure. That makes sense. One I, of course, have to mention, Pumpkinheads.
That was on my list too.
Yes, it's a read I want to read every year. It is
Yeah.
a lovely, lovely story, and of course, the beautiful, beautiful art by Faith Erin Hicks.
The
is
perfect
awesome.
fall read.
It is. It is every time.
Forever and always. Prince and the Dressmaker.
Oh yes, I should have grabbed that one. I didn't grab that one.
That one is so sweet. And every time I think about it, it's so sweet. Because you've got this dressmaker who ends up making dresses for the prince, who is exploring their gender identity. I think they eventually settle on being more of like a non-binary sort of deal, or kind of like gender fluid. I couldn't remember. But just the way that they kind of explore that with each other is very sweet. Because when you read it, you don't think that's going to be the focus of the story, their romance, because it's not really. It's like about how these two people interact with each other, but they end up really fostering this love for each other towards the end. That's just kind of slow and natural and so heartwarming, and the art's so good.
Yeah, it's.
We're
so
gonna
good.
get an animation of that. Who knows now with the way the world is? They cancel everything I love.
I was gonna say they cancel everything I ever want. We were supposed to get Lumberjanes at some point. That never happened.
Well, now they make whole ass things and then cancel them. So
yeah,
after they're made,
love that. Yeah,
love that. So fun.
Yeah,
so fun.
Such a bummer.
I know.
One I forgot to grab that I'm thinking of now. I feel like Tea Dragon Society.
Yeah, we should have.
Must be mentioned. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. And then I'm like, wait, there's tons of great characters and relationships in here.
Oh yeah.
That of course is just lovely every time. Every time. I feel like I'll reread this whole thing every year because it's so good.
Yeah, that one's on my cozy fantasy reads that I'm kind of getting together to do a video on.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so now I've got a lot of manga picks. Because it's hard to think in like I know we read a lot of romance graphic novels. I'm sure some people in the comments are gonna remind me and be like, oh, this is my favorite graphic novel that's romantic. I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
I was telling Kristan before the show, I need someone to make an Excel sheet for me of what I've read and then like put tags in there so I can look it up and then remember. My favorite, absolute favorite, no question, love/shoujo manga is My Love Story. No question. Now, I don't own any of these.
It's on my list too.
I actually haven't read it. I just watched the show, but I know the manga follows a similar path. The way that this story subverts all tropes in manga is so lovely because your main character is this big guy, real big guy, and he looks a lot scary to others. He's really good at like judo and like sort of like wrestling and that type, but he's such a sweetheart and he's very kind-hearted and he falls in love with this girl who's very petite and she falls in love with him and likes making treats for him. And he thinks that she's in love with his best friend. Now, that is a trope that we've seen before, but the best friend is not in love with her, is not interested in her. There is no like love triangle. But they find each other early on despite this sort of like miscommunication and then continue dating, and that's what it's about. And I love that. I love that. We very rarely get to see couples get together early, especially in manga, and have it be about them. And just the fact that it's a big guy, it just warms my heart.
It's so sweet and lovely. All the characters are great too. Like they're all wonderful. That's one I also don't own. I read from the library, but I would like to pick up. You know, it's not that long. You know, I would like to have that and revisit that at some point.
And I feel like that one's deserving of like a re-release, like a 2-in-1, 3-in-1 hardcover release, something really cute. I think it's so good that it's worth it.
I agree. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Why can't they just do everything we want them to do?
I know. Everybody should be listening.
Yeah, just make all the releases I want.
Yeah, only you. Yeah.
Just me.
And me. Yeah. I'm counting this, and I feel like you may back me up on it.
Okay.
And that's My Brother's Husband.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it, to its core, it is about that relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good and lovely, and just 2 volumes, or you can get the nice big one and done now. That's
Yeah.
all. It's chunky and oversized. I kind of want it, even though I like these little hardcovers. But yeah, it's so good. If you haven't read it yet, you all need to read it for sure.
Yeah, I feel like romance books also include not just like romance between two people that are living, but also, you know, the love you have for a partner that's passed and what that means. Because I think that's pretty clear there that like even though that person's passed, they are still. It feels like they are still a person, a living character in that story.
Yeah, and it's really like an ode to that love as well.
Yeah,
you know? It's very well done.
So good.
Yeah, so good.
See, that's one I don't need. I got from the library, but I'll probably buy the big one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. My picks is Sweat and Soap. Now I've only read 3 volumes of it. And their love is not traditional, because not often are you attracted to somebody because of the way their smell, but it's a cute premise. And I what I appreciate most about it is that it's 2 adults, and I don't get that in a lot of like manga I read. I don't get that in a lot of like graphic novels either, because we tend to see graphic novels a lot of times with like younger people being the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't mind that. People love like a first love. People love a young love. I get it because it feels different, right? It's nostalgic. But these 2 are adults. They are falling in love in their workplace, and you know they have like real, true conversations with each other, and real intimacy, not in a way that feels exploitative. Even though there is some pervy stuff, but nothing different than most manga, and it doesn't feel like it's as much. I'm not getting like panty shots and stuff all the time. Love this book. It's not for everybody, but it's for me.
That's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Our Wonderful Days is a super cute Yuri manga. There are like 3 volumes of this. And it truly is just like super slice of life, right? Not even a ton happens. You have this friend group. So like one girl likes the other girl, like, and that's, you know, it's just really cute. And I have a lot of, I mean, I only read it through once, so it's like, was it a favorite? But I recall really enjoying it. I would like to revisit it. And yeah, it was just a lovely one. A lovely one.
I'm just gonna jump right in my list now.
Sure.
Good order. Strangers in Paradise.
Mm.
Now, this is a hard sell sometimes because it is a slow burn. This is a very slow burn. But I did feel rewarded at the end with them. And it felt, like I said before, reading Terry Moore, especially like Strangers in Paradise and some of his other works, feels like Buffy-esque, it feels like Friends-esque, it feels like 90s. The way that characters interact. And I love that couple so much. They mean so much to me. Absolutely recommend. I am worried now that he's switching, because he's not working with the same publisher anymore, what that's going to look like. Like the publisher, but like the bookmaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been coming up in the Terry Moore fan groups. What
interesting
books will look different now. So
well, I still need that. It needs to be the year, Maddie, where I actually finish that. I go back to it and finish it. I only ever read like the first trade or 2.
I mean, that's been the plan. I think Jessica's in too. It's the year of. I think we just plan a month.
I agree. Yeah, if I can know about it at the beginning and we do it at the end or something, it won't be an issue.
Yeah, I think if we throw it in like November or something.
Sure. Yeah.
Because October's always shorter reads because it's spooky books. Because we'll have 2 Junji Itos.
Of course.
So
always. Yeah,
we'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I have more Yuri manga, of course. Donuts Under a Crescent Moon.
Of course.
There are only 2 of these out right now. The third one comes out at some point this year. I forget when. And I think that's the end. So as of right now, I really, really enjoy it. And I'm hoping I'm going to like the conclusion. But it feels like a favorite still right now because I'm so excited for the next volume. So again, it's just lovely. There are donuts involved. Everybody loves donuts. Come on. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
So I was paying attention. I saw this. I wanted to look this up. My favorite romance comic is A Sculpture by Scott McCloud. I picked it up because it had a cool premise and loved it. Published by First Second. Highly recommend. Well, we love anything by First Second.
Yeah.
It's like a 2015 book.
I've seen it everywhere. I've just never read it. I mean, Scott McCloud's great.
Let me add this to my...
I gotta tell you, I feel like I've seen it at every single Half Price Books ever. So you
great.
may want to be the lookout there. Yeah.
I'm catching up on a couple of comments. Kristan here, some good news. They didn't cancel. Essex County TV series is coming out March 19th on Canadian TV. Oh, so we'll be able to find it then.
Yep. I've seen that. He's been posting like production pictures and stuff from it. It's very exciting.
SIP, Stranger Paris is pretty much romance all the way through, even though it takes a while to get there. Yeah, absolutely. What's next on my list? Suitor Armor. This is a webtoon. Sorry, I just want to show my trash can. As you see, all my...
We all have trash, Maddie.
Yeah, but you know. Suitor Armor. Like suit of armor, but suitor. Like a suitor you're gonna marry. Armor. It's on webtoon, and it's about this woman who has a secret to her. She's actually a fairy, but it's a secret. Because like the fairies have all been like killed or run out of the country or whatever. Falls in love with this suit of armor that has a soul in him, and he's very protective of her. And it's still ongoing. It takes hiatus every once in a while, which is good. So then I catch up. I'll like let it, build up for a while. Oh, it's so sweet. It's like this, like, not like forbidden love in a bad way, but just like there's forces at work that want to keep them away from each other that don't understand. And there's forces at work that sees both of them as unnatural, like they should not exist. And there's something about his past and how he was made and what purpose he was made for that could potentially cause a rift in that. That's so good. I don't know where it's gonna go. I love weird, non-traditional romances like that, like fantasy. I don't know how love works with a suit of armor. I don't know.
You're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah, love that. No one's surprised. I have more Yuri manga here. A Witch's Love at the End of the World. This is 3 volumes about these 2 witches, and basically if a witch falls in love, it's like a problem because she could like lose her powers, I believe is how it worked. Okay. It's been a bit since I've read it. I need to revisit it. It's one I want to reread this year. Again, it's so short too. And look at this cover. How beautiful is this cover? It's very pretty. That's so very nice. Well put together. Yeah. I recall really enjoying it. Okay, what else do I have in here? Okay, another manga, romance manga with adults, is Wotakoi. Now, this also has an anime. It has a manga. I think the anime is on Amazon Prime. It's pretty easy to find. But it's about 2, like, otaku that find each other and fall in love with each other. Aww. And they knew each other when they were younger, but they're in, like, a work setting, and they kind of meet each other again. And they're able to be their genuine nerdy selves with each other. And then, of course, through their friendship, they find more people like them who are into cosplay and anime and all types of stuff. And the guy is more like reserved, and the girl is more like, outside of work, just very like, very just lets it all go. I can identify with that. Love this. You would like, have you ever read it, Wotakoi? No. You should read it. Okay. You would definitely like it. I haven't, but I'd like to. Ooh, there's a box set. Mike reads stuff. He knows. He knows his finger on the pulse. That's right. Yeah. I'm writing it down. We've just been talking about books. I shouldn't say that's obvious. Talking about romances we like in books, as well as summer vacations on Kickstarter now. Check it out. Hello. Okay, so my last Yuri manga I have here is A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. You recall I really love this one. Yeah. It's like 9 volumes. It is it's not for everyone. I'll say, like, it's such a slow, not even slow
Yeah.
burn, because I don't even know that it ends in a way that everybody's gonna love. But I really enjoyed it. I even like the ending. An aquarium's involved. Like, there's an aquarium club at their high school.
Love that.
It's super sweet, and so that's a big part of it,
Yeah.
which is why, like, all the volumes are like blue, and I really, really enjoyed it. And again, it's another one I think I'll reread and have a nice time with. And the characters were so lovely. So
I mean, that one, I was looking like lists online to remember what I've read.
yeah,
And it's on a lot of those lists.
I loved it. Yeah.
Man, Mike, that box set, that's not a bad deal. It has all of it for 72.
How many volumes is that?
It doesn't say immediately, so I'm not sure. There's a Sweat and Soap box set.
Girl, I told you that.
Boy. I don't remember anything.
No, I know. Do you only have the 3 volumes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you should just get the box set.
Yeah, I should.
You need it. That means you need it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Influencing you, bad influence.
No,
get it.
I can't spend any more money. I just buy really dumb stuff I don't need. I gotta save my money for when I come visit you.
Well, that's true, because we have to go buy dumb stuff together. Come on.
Exactly. 6 volumes. Thank you, Mike.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mike. Mike knows what's up.
That's tempting. Well, even at like the regular price, it's not bad, really. So
yeah,
I love a box set. I want to get the One Piece box set. It's really bad.
I had that first one, and then I sold it for a great price.
Nice.
Because I was like, well, we were reading it digitally. I was like, I never bought the rest. There's so much
never
of it.
actually. And I'm a huge
They're nice
fan,
though.
but man, I can't imagine.
There's so many. There's just so many.
Was that on your list?
Yeah, actually it is. I didn't grab it. I have them, but yeah, I love it.
After honor bullying grade school, a bit heavy, deals with bullying, but dealt in a great way. Box set or 2 OHC and a movie for lazy peeps. I watched the movie.
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's very good. I love a story that involves redemption and learning and overcoming things. I just
I agree.
Oh yeah, it's my turn, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. One thing I put on here, and I'm gonna suggest this and recommend it, and I will have a caveat to that. My Dress Up Darling. It's about this doll maker who ends up falling for this cosplayer because she figures out he can sew, and he makes like the old like traditional Japanese style dolls, and they're both really nerdy and in love with things they're in love with. So he's really in love with this doll making. She's really in love with cosplay and anime and all these like kind of like hentai games sort of deal, but not in like a creepy way. Just like she just really appreciates the artwork. And neither of them judge each other, and they both work together, and he helps her make cosplays. And it's so cute because I really appreciate stories where they're both so genuinely into the thing that they're into, and they're so happy about it. I think that's me identifying with them. And I just really appreciate that love and respect for each other. One caveat, because it will come up, and I do think it's an issue, and it just is what it is. Unfortunately, she does darken her skin for a cosplay at some point. She doesn't end up actually cosplaying that character, but it is a point that she talks about. And that is a big no-no in the cosplay community. You do not change your skin tone for cosplay unless you're going to be like blue or green or something unnatural. And that is still a thing in Japan that we're all still working on. I say we. They are still learning. It is very difficult for homogenous countries like them. Italy is a big issue. They do that too. To get with the program on that. But anyways, the rest of it, very good. Very much recommend. Just be aware of that one thing that's there. I also appreciate the artwork.
Of course, I had to put on this list The Girl from the Sea.
Oh, yeah. So good.
It's so good. It's such a great story. Highly recommend to everybody. It's just lovely. It's just lovely. I feel like we've went on about this one before.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it's great. It's great.
So good. I just realized I didn't put any Tilly Walden on this list.
I have one.
I figured you did.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and hold it up? Because I was looking at my list. I was like, oh, duh.
It's of course on a
On a
sunbeam.
sunbeam.
What else could it be? Of course. Yes.
We've
It's
talked
great.
this book to death, though.
I mean, if anyone hasn't read it yet, one, what's happening? What are you waiting for? Two, it is just such a lovely, lovely story.
So good.
Such great characters, relationships. The main relationship too. You're gonna, root for them the whole time, of course. It's one of my favorites all time. All time
We
favorite.
love a Tilly book.
So good. She's so good.
One of my top 5 comic book creators. Her and now Zoe Thorogood.
There you go.
Forever. And Zoe's working on a spooky book. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw that. It's very exciting.
I'm so excited. What else is on here? Oh, I put Bingo Love on here.
Oh, yes. Totally forgot about Bingo Love. Yeah.
I know. I feel like that's required reading.
Great one. Yeah.
If you're looking for like a romance book, a book about love,
Mm-hmm.
it's Bingo Love. About, 2 women that find each other again much later in life. And so it is a later in life love story, which is really great to see because you don't see that a lot in a lot of media. But especially like a graphic novel medium. Speaking of which, I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter. I think I sent it to you. I don't know if I did, but I definitely retweeted it. And I hope it gets English translated. I'm going to buy the Japanese copy probably. But there's this manga called I Fell in Love With online who has this book series, just 2 books out so far, about these two older women that fall in love.
Oh. I didn't see this. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it looks really good. I think she's helping with her makeup and stuff. I don't know what the whole book's about yet. But it's really, I've got to read it. And she's been so sweet on Twitter because she wasn't expecting so much overseas love for the book and like hoping that would be English translated. She's like, I really hope so. I didn't even realize people would be that interested. And she's gotten some comments from people that are like, oh, you're just making it about 2 older women for like, to force an agenda or something. And she's like, no, like don't you love I love older women, and like that's my future. I'm going to be an older woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I want this to be an option for me later in life? Like there should be more love for people of all ages in late romance. Like there's no reason it shouldn't be there. And I'm gonna get my hands on that book. I very rarely read manga in Japanese because I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be for this. I'll order from Amazon Japan, but I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's really cool. Love that.
But I'll send it to you. I'll find it.
Love that. Please, please. Of course, Princess Ever After had to be on here. Of course. What else do you need? What else do you need to say? It's so tiny.
Just look at it. You can tell what it's about.
I mean, right. I don't even have to say anything. Like, it's wonderful.
Oh, I should bring the love letter version of that over.
A love what?
There's a game called Love Letter.
Oh yeah.
But they have a Princess Ever After.
Yeah, that's right. Letter. Yeah, I would.
We can play all the other K. O'Neill games that you have some. I've never played it.
I have the Aquaporn Cove board game. Yeah,
I do too. Never played it.
Yeah, and you have all the card games and stuff.
I've got T-Dragon Society.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bring it all. Okay.
I hope Jess is ready. Yeah, we're just gonna eat. We're gonna go to the store.
Yep.
We gotta take some pictures. People know that we hung out.
Yeah.
And so we have pictures for thumbnails.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. I'm so
love
excited.
that.
My aunt said I can, because I want to like put you out to stay in your place, but we can't. But I want to have another option in case you didn't want to have to worry about.
Sure. Well, and we really just have a couch.
Yeah. So my aunt says we can stay at her house.
Yeah. Awesome.
I feel like it's like a play day. I'm like, well, my aunt said that we can stay at her house.
I can stay up late,
and then we can go to your house.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. I wish we had like a whole other. Clearly, this room that's full of books should have an extra bed in it, but we don't have that. So
yeah, we're still working on it. Eventually, we want to get like a pull-out couch over here.
Yeah.
So that way, because there's the space, I would show you, but it's just full of. There's a bunch of wigs over there. But money is difficult. You can spend money on that if you can buy books, right?
Yeah.
Once I get a fancy job, we'll be fine. I've got fancy job news too for you. Well, not really fancy job news, just like a different job news.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry guys, this is not important to the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my turn. Uh,
I just have one
Sailor
left.
Moon.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it'll hit everybody the same way it hit me, because there's a lot of nostalgia in that for me. But when I think about the romance and the love that really mattered to me growing up, it was all Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon. I would have dreams about that. I remember crying watching the show and reading the manga just because of how beautiful their love was, because they were together in the previous life, right? And they'd forgotten, but then they remembered. But then once they remember, you always lose one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or one gets memory loss later, or turns,
As they do.
normal
Yeah.
stuff. But,
Yeah, maybe this is the year. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that for everything. I need to continue Sailor Moon. I did get the next 2 volumes. I got them used. They're a little beat up, but I was like, it's worth it. Yeah.
I'm always looking for Eternal Editions. Anybody just wants to give me your Eternal Edition? I can never justify it. I see it in the store, I'm like, maybe. And then I'll spend just as much on something else.
Yeah, no, I get it, though.
It's the curse. I just
there's
want to buy
something about it. Yeah.
But I want that Eternal Edition. I want it so bad.
They're so shiny. Yeah.
But now I want to go buy that Talk to My Back manga that I talked about. I got from the library. Because, can we review that this year, actually? Can you see if the library has it? Because I want to talk about it with you.
Yeah, I did write it down. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe Jessica, too. I think that's a good manga for her to read. I just lent her a bunch of stuff. She came over and I was like, here's this.
Love that.
Here are these. And I don't have a ton, but I was like, here's some things.
Yeah. Love it. I only have one final book here.
Perfect.
So that is Mooncakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mooncakes has a great, lovely romance in the middle of it. And I love it. And here's my book plate that just fell out. I mean, listen, we've talked about this, I feel like. Yeah. This isn't a book plate that you can, like, even stick anywhere. So it just, like, sits in here. And not that I would stick it anyway.
Book plates like that?
I feel like most of them are sticky, so they expect you to put it in, even though I don't do that.
I would just frame it.
Yeah, maybe I need to do that. Yeah. It's a good one. I like it, you know. It has cute art on it, you know.
Have you had a mooncake before?
I haven't.
We should fix that this year.
Okay. I would love that. This made me want one.
They're good. You should
certainly.
There are a bajillion calories.
I mean,
it shouldn't matter. I brought that up as like it was a little tidbit at work, because there's a bunch of mooncakes, and I was like, "Did you know they're like a bajillion calories?" And they're like, "Why would you tell us that?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's like a factoid because they're small, and you wouldn't think that." But then I realized it come up across as like, "Hey, are you sure you want to eat?" It wasn't what it was. It's that like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The autistic cool fact zone. I'm like, again, not diagnosed. It's just a potential. Why do I talk out loud?
No, I love
it. I never stick book plates in either. I just know it'll stick in crooked and then make me feel bad every time I see it. Oh, same. Absolutely.
Yes, same.
Absolutely.
Also, like, I just don't want to. I don't want to stick anything in a book. No. Like, if anything, when there are book plate options from places, especially if they're already sticky, they expect you to just do it for me. Can you just do it for me? Do it for me, and then I'll have the book, and then I won't feel weird about it because it'll look nice.
I just feel like that stuff is better made for like hanging up in your house. Like, I feel, to me that's the advantage of it.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just having like art from a book that you love that you can put somewhere else in your house, because it's so hard to get art from books you love.
Right. That's fair.
I wish everybody sold prints. I wish all of them sold prints all the time.
I agree. Especially something like this. This is a nice book plate. Some of them are just like the signature at the end.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Which is a bummer. Yeah, but this one's nice. So I need to do that. It's a good idea.
Like, if Zoe Thorogood doesn't put out some prints from It's Only the Center of the Earth, I'm gonna lose it. Because I have that Tilly print that I really like.
Yeah, I have like a few of Tilly. I need to frame those. I think they were like weird sizes though. They're all like kind of.
I got mine from inprint.com. That's where I buy a lot of like artist prints, because a lot of them are on imprint. Or I just like I window shop a lot, so I save them all to my favorites. So like eventually. Oh yes. Oh my god, that's such a good pick.
Yeah, I always hear about how good it is. I still haven't read it. Yeah,
it's like reading a Doctor Who book. Almost.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah,
you're traveling space, and she's so cute. Oh, I forgot. That's one that I really wish I had omnibus because I read it all. I loved that. I forgot which I loved that. Oh, and
They're
Swamp Thing. We should be throwing Swamp Thing in here. That's romance.
they're reprinting the Silver Surfer, so we should both get that.
Oh, yeah, I would like it.
Yeah.
I think they're so cute. That'd be cute to get a little art of. Little
Yeah.
little like chibi romantic art of.
Art. Yeah.
And a good romance, but only in that one like 2 pages of the book. The rest no. But Identity Crisis, not the rest of it, just the 2-page where Ralph Dibny talks about how much Sue Dibny loves him. The rest of it, whatever. But those 2 pages, let me tell you, that's romance. That's love. And the parts where Big Barda and Mr. Miracle really love each other and Mr. Miracle.
Mm.
Just more big lady representation and romances. That's what I want. Batman I just read on a Sunbeam, and it's so good.
Wow. I'm so glad you
Yes,
did that.
convert
Yeah,
more people.
It's great.
I feel like I wish there was like a counter of how many times we've recommended like on a Sunbeam, Upgrade Soul,
Yep.
and how much I'm gonna recommend it. It's Only the Center of the Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and just any Genji Ito probably.
Yeah.
And Pumpkinheads. Current John Kent and Tim Drake books for Bi Boy romances. I do want to catch up on them.
I want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did just pick up. I haven't read it yet, but there's like a new local-ish in the town next to me coffee shop that's also comic books and board games coffee shop.
Cute.
But they're prioritizing the coffee first, which is good.
Mm.
Because that means there's actually a cute cafe to be in, which I love.
Love them.
So I want to make sure they never leave. And they have the chance to expand.
Yeah.
But I bought the DC Power book, which is about all like the Black characters and like creators in DC. And I got the first book of like Harley Quinn's romances.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're adding that in, so it's gonna be cute.
That's exciting.
What are we gonna do next week?
What a good question. Everybody in the chat, what should we do next week?
Did you ever get Ducks? Because everyone was asking if you read Ducks. I checked it out from the library.
Kyle gave me Ducks, so I do have Ducks, but I haven't read it yet.
I have it.
Yeah.
Should we read Ducks? Everyone's asking about it.
We can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to reschedule the last one.
Yeah. How are you
Unless we just do it at your house.
Well, we can maybe make room over here. I'm just like stuck in a corner is the thing, right?
I mean, we should all sit in different areas of your house.
We could, yeah, just put on different. That's what Reed and I do, at least.
Yeah. We can do it early in the week too. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, we may want to do that just to have it done with. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So Ducks next week.
Ducks.
I don't know. I know it's like. I think I started. I didn't finish, but
it's a memoir. I mean, it's her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cool.
Which week are we having a Real House? Oh yeah, when are you going to start watching Real Housewives?
I don't know. I'm watching Big Brother right now, so Big Brother Canada is taking my life now. Your face. Yeah.
It's just so silly.
I mean,
I can't even say anything. I've watched some of the dumbest things.
It's so fun though.
You better take a break when that show comes out. Hayden, are you going to watch the Circle / Too Hot to Handle / Love is Blind / whatever dating show on Netflix with us?
I will be watching that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What's it?
We did it. Be sure to check out InStockTrades.com. You're going to get the best deals on your books. And you should probably also check out Summer Vacation on Kickstarter. There's only 18 days left. Get your back in.
Get in there. And happy Valentine's Day for those who celebrate. And those who don't, I hope you enjoy buying candy the day after.
Yeah,
Valentine's
please do.
Day.
Yeah.
So, did you guys make plans, or do you guys do Valentine's Day?
You know, we haven't made any plans, so I don't.
We just had an anniversary this week, and we didn't have time to do it. My wife likes The Housewives, so I can hold my own. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let's get your wife on the show.
that's funny.
I watched the first episode of Schitt's Creek. Go, Mike! Woo!
Mike, what's your review?
Hang in there. It took me a few tries to get
Yeah.
in. And I was obsessed.
I finally got Mary to say she'll watch the first episode before our show on Thursday. But I told her, I said, well, just remember, these people get more likable. That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, because it took
You know?
me a second. And then once I was in, it's done.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping.
Happy early Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't planned anything, but we barely plan for that kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't do it either.
We just randomly treat each other throughout the year, so it's not like
Sure.
we're not like it's the holiday, we gotta.
Yeah.
But one time we went axe throwing for Valentine's Day, and that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week with ducks. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday.
Yep. Have a good one.
See ya.